Um, so right here with me is the GBPJPY 4 hour chart. I'm about to explain how I did the analysis in the previous picture. So now you come and you see this kind of chart and you're like, okay, you don't know where it's going to or how it's coming about, or you are confused. So now first thing, at least we all have the idea of price action at this moment. So I'll just go straight to my instrument. So first I want to draw a trend line from this point up the way here. You notice there's a natural movement up here. So that's one. So and I saw that okay, the it actually broke out at this region. It broke out at that region. So that's one important thing to note there. So price broke out at that region and it came down, and we are also seeing some other movement again. Like now, for example, I can see there is an uptrend here again. Though it's not really that strong. The uptrend isn't really that strong. There's also an uptrend here. So I would like to stop here and move closer again to the market. Look at a very deep view of the market. Now, if I look at it, I can see that okay, there were places of serious orders, but at this point of the market, I don't think I'm going to really put them again because those points have been used already in my previous analysis. So now at this point, I'm going to identify another strong order block around this region. As you can see, it's in this region. Okay, so I have that here. Now in this chart, I think this chart is trying to do something we call RTO. RTO is form of retest to origin. So this chart is, I think, is just trying to return back to its origin from that point. So from there I can put a block there. Give me a while. So that's the block there. Then because the position of my block should also be okay. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. So now if you notice, we can see that this price is trying to return back to that region, to the 166 price. 166, I think, is trying to return to that place. And so we should be looking for buying up to that region. We should be buying up to that region. So that's why I said okay, those other blocks that I drew below at this down point, they are not really that useful at this moment anymore. Now as we go up the chart, now we can't really just expect this chart to continue moving up straight like that, though it can continue going up like this till it gets to that region. And so all we need to look for are just retest points. Even if the chart is going to reverse back, it's only retest to some particular points. And one point that I think it can retest to, now at this point I think it has slowed down a bit. At this point you will notice that point in the market was also a serious reversal point. As you can see, throughout the course of that place, the market changed direction. So I think right there is going to stop. It should stop, then reverse a bit. It won't come down now, like to come down straight. So I'm just looking at where it is going to reverse to. I think it's going to reverse to here. This is the closest reverse point to the chart, to the closest one to the chart, I guess. So come on. So now what am I looking for here now? I've drawn this already, and what I'm looking for here is the chart returning back up, going up into my zone, and looking for either buy signal or sell signal, whether it's going to return back to this uptrend or it's going to come down for selling. So right here now I'll just look at the current trade. Now I can see that okay, the price is actually kind of rejecting that level, and so I'm going to come down to the 1 hour time frame. come down to 1 hour time frame. Okay, I see that okay, the momentum has seriously reduced. It has reduced. So all I'm looking at is a rejection from this point. So if I see a rejection from this point, then I know that okay, definitely it's going to come down to this next level that is below it. I can also come down to the 30 minutes time frame and see, okay, I think this stuff is going to, retest back. So I'm looking at it retesting back, to this point. She returns back to this point, any either this point or probably any of the points in which it retested. So I think maybe I can also see this point. It might also retest back. So either of these 2 points, the market is going to retest there and go back up to its final movement up there. So let me go back to the 4 hour chart and show you how it looks like. So you can see. So I'm looking at the market retesting there and going back to that zone. Mind you, the chart can actually just go up straight like that. If it goes up there, fine. So right now, I don't think you can enter any trade right now. The best is just for us to watch the chart, look for either a sell signal or a buy signal there. Now, how do you know if this chart is going to continue up? If it breaks this line, if the price should close above this line, this one, if it breaks above it, then we know that okay, this thing is going to continue up. That is how we know um continuation of trends. Now if you notice, I drew one line or so in the previous diagram, previous analysis. I drew a line here and I think I'm going to use that to explain now. All right, so let me create a line. Now if you look at, obviously we can also notice a downtrend there. The market was kind of going down, then all of a sudden it came and it broke that line and it went up. Now let's say some hours ago you were like, okay, maybe when it reached that line it was going to sell, probably, and you were not really sure of what it was going to do. Either that line or this line, it's broke out from the two of them. Now how will you know if, as the market is going up, if it's going to continue in that trend? Is to look for whether the candlestick closes there or not. Now if you come down to the 1 hour time frame, you can see when the market crossed, the next candlestick closed above the line, and so that's a continuation of an uptrend. Same thing for the next line again, it closed above the line, that's continuation of an uptrend. So that is what I'm saying, that this candlestick, if it closes above the line, it shows an uptrend. So you just wait for a retest and it goes. But you can see that the market is actually falling back. The market is falling back, so meaning it might retest back to either of those points that I said, then before buying back. And mind you, even though it retests, you have to wait for a buying signal before you can be so sure that it's going to buy. So I think that's just one simple analysis that I can do on this. Now, so I would advise you watch those videos I sent, read the books. They are very explanatory. From time to time, I'm going to be sending my analysis. Mind you, I'm going to trade this. I'll trade this and I'll send um the results. So thank you.